got it all wrong. We born storming through your cities with an angry mob. And a perfect portrait, pitchforks and torches, a fleet of renegade guerrillas and a headless horseman.
Dreaming in black and white, seeing the afterlife. I'm going toe-to-toe with Lucifer and asking why. He causing all the drama, he drowning us in water. We going to another third world country just to bomb him. And I don't really get it, don't wanna get prophetic. Feel like the only one that grew the fucking balls and said it. And there's a million like me, a revolution likely. And the reality of this should not be taken lightly. Loaded amphetamine, traveling centipede. I'm doing 95 on 90, sweating Hennessy. The 40 calories quiet until the coastal riot. I'm eating humans like a devil as a balanced diet. And all the candid silence while all the bandits riot. I just can't stand the violence, why do we stand divided? Is it the influences behind the electric fences? Or is it mind control, keeping track of hero senses?
You think you got it figured out, but you got it all wrong. We born storming through your cities with an angry mob. And a perfect portrait, pitchforks and torches, a fleet of renegade guerrillas and a headless horseman. You think you got it figured out, but you got it all wrong. We born storming through your cities with an angry mob. And a perfect portrait, pitchforks and torches, a fleet of renegade guerrillas and a headless horseman.
Raise up a fist of fury for every lie that's buried, and make a shovel out of truth before they silence you. The hour's getting closer, the devil's reign is over. It's time to put a name on every single racist soldier. So I'ma blast the heat up to politics and preachers. So there's a body count of Vietnam and Hiroshima. You with me or against me? My patience running empty, trying to stop Earth's rotation, but it doesn't let me. So just do what you gotta. It's death before dishonor. The politics of an apocalypse, I want a Potter. So I'll ignite the starter, destined to be a martyr. If you don't really understand me, then don't even bother. Reloading guns and ammo on elephants and camels until the revolution broadcasts on every channel. So pack them all atop, I'm carrying a cross, loading enough adrenaline to start a holocaust.
You think you got it figured out, but you got it all wrong. We born storming through your cities with an angry mob. And a perfect portrait, pitchforks and torches, a fleet of renegade guerrillas and a headless horseman. Think you got it figured out, but you got it all wrong. We born storming through your cities with an angry mob. And a perfect portrait, pitchforks and torches, a fleet of renegade guerrillas and a headless horseman.
We put him in a coma with chemicals composed of ultraviolet halogens causing melanoma, giving the stolen land back to its rightful owner. We bringing in the Armageddon till the war is over, and I ain't holding grudges or pulling any punches. I'm reaching victory like Samson in the book of Judges. A bayoneted musket, cause everyone I trusted fell off the face of the planet, but all of a sudden they coming out the woodworks. That's all the fucking hood work. As soon as someone has a message, then they know who you were. But I'ma tell it like it is, cause the righteousness has me in a state of tranquility like Vicodin. An inconvenient truth that's been deceiving you. In the beginning of the end is what it's leading to. So in conclusion, don't fall victim to the optical illusions that have put us in the guillotines of execution.
You think you got it figured out, but you got it all wrong. We born storming through your cities with an angry mob. And a perfect portrait, pitchforks and torches, a fleet of renegade guerrillas and a headless horseman. Think you got it figured out, but you got it all wrong. We born storming through your cities.
Mr. President, I apologize for the problems you've inherited in the past few months. I seen the likes of a homeless man telling me he was quite comfortable sleeping on park benches on stolen land. And as a former architect, he had helped erect the same building he would stand outside in front to beg. His family had abandoned him, losing everything he had. His life savings gone when the stock market crashed. Imagine being at the top of the elite class to sleeping on the daily post in a heap of trash. Homes and equity, lost souls and memories brought close those who used to be foes and enemies. They went from having overtime at the poison mines to running around the block filling unemployment lines, leaving it to the administration voting in trillions of tax dollars in wars we couldn't win. The hole they put us in will never be patched up, cause there's no money in a cure, just a medicine. A couple $1 trillion later in 2 stolen terms, I'ma grab a backseat and watch the planet burn. A couple $1 trillion later in 2 stolen terms, I'ma grab a backseat and watch the planet burn. The economy's a mess and whose fault is it? The economy's a mess and whose fault is it? The economy's a mess and whose fault is it? Looking at the promises balanced with the accomplishments. Single mother, 2 kids, feeling life is useless. Father's locked up for being abusive. Naturally, mother turns her faith to superstition, finding peace and solace through religion. No money to pay bills, the younger son was very ill. The older one addicted to pain pills. No help with welfare, therefore no health care. Wondering what she ever did to get herself there. So she prayed with the priest who just happened to be politically motivated and visibly overrated. And this is the overstated position that's so debated. Religion and politics in public is so the sacred. sacred, and it's only been since they sold the soul of Satan. Separate God and Congress to control the nation. We sedated while the church and state stay related. It's just you gotta look behind the closed doors to face it. Face it. Listen up, the enemy here is fear. Listen up, the enemy here is fear. Listen up, the enemy here is fear. You can hear it in the wind when you breathe it into the atmosphere. I'm only one man. There's only so much I can do. But you know what? I just gotta let it all out. I tried to be strong like Job was in the Bible, to find some peace and clarity in my soul's asylum. But I'm trapped behind the bars that I haven't written, and I focus on the truth, so I have to listen. When it's spoken in the booth, it's just half the mission.
I must say, Nevermind is genius.
The blackness is faded, the fact is debated. The fastest disasters just past innovating. Masters degraded, the pastors have raped it. I blasted this law since the anticipated. Bastards complaining, they're trapped and it's raining. The battle is raised to a stage of enslavement. A page in the rage of the majors containing. And that's got 'em like, what the fuck is he saying? Safe in a haven, too late to trace it. High-tech displacement, disguised as a basement. Despised by the signs of his oncoming greatness. The base is divasive, his grace is persuasive. Face it, the masses were sorely mistaken. Poorly distorted, the formative hatred. Morbid as masons and foreign relations. The pen mightier than the sword's arbitration.
Rappers nowadays seem to have lost the meaning of art. They rely on material objects to personify an image that is hollow and see-through.
These gangsters are drowning, they all need some counseling. Let it go, money, you should just tone it down a bit. Yeah, you got cash, I understand that you're proud of it. Don't you think it's about time you grow out of it? Beef with the next man will leave you a dead man. Like walking the streets of South Philly as a Mets fan. Speaking a deadpan and translate to Sanskrit. Drill it in your cranium till you understand it. I managed to pass with a past that's disastrous. Stats are attached to a hazardous asterisk. Got the risk of having more than half the city after it. Asking how to raise the dead like Lazarus. I might as well have been that dude that was from the slums of Nazareth. Cancerous, asking yourself questions that I'm answering. And by the time you realize what's been happening, you manage to be having a life-altering accident.
For Christ's sake, just one. What else do these cats need to hear to realize their game isn't even comparable?